All right, thank you so much for staying tuned. It's still a conversation here on Lagos Television. On the program this morning, we'll be looking at the economy and the survival of SMEs, that is the small, medium enterprises. And of course, vis-a-vis, side by side, the SMEs, of course, are the MSMEs. And we do know that every country that intends to bloom economically must, pay pivotal attention to the growth and survival of these set of businessmen and women who form the largest population of traders and business owners in every country. We'd like to look at how Nigeria, of course, is treating our SMEs and how much of interest, opportunities is also given to this set of business owners to thrive. Joining the conversation this morning is one who's also vast in business herself. She started entrepreneurship at a very young age, and she was a former member of the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs. This morning, we're glad to have Dr. Bunmi Obakoya in the studio. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning.
This morning.
Thanks for having me here.
Right. Let's start this way. Again, we do know that the MSMEs and the SMEs, they play huge role in the development of every nation, and they also contribute to the GDP of every nation. But if you were to take a look at the atmosphere in Nigeria, the environment in Nigeria as it stands today, how much of opportunities are we really given to small business owners?
It's a very wonderful question, and I can tell you for free, it's just 30%.
30?
Yes.
Why did you say that?
Because a lot of business owners are crying. And why are they crying? What makes them cry is the finances.
Right.
The way they treat traders or business owners abroad is different from the way they treat us in Nigeria.
Okay.
Do you understand? And you can see some, they have the talent, they have drive to turn 10,000 naira to 50,000 naira, but they don't have the support. There's no support, there's no finances. The interest rates of the loan is killing.
Okay.
It's really killing in this country. So that's just it.
Okay, so if we look at issues around funding, which is where you started from, that a lot of business owners do not have access to funding. And then vis-a-vis that, you also have interest rates, of course, which is currently about 26%.
Some are even 30%.
Some in some places.
Some banks are 30%.
But I think the CBN has put it at 26.5 as a cap, and so here. So when we look at what you've what you've cited as an example here, talking about funding, so do we then say that business owners are just on a survival mode, or against all odds they are ensuring that whatever it is, they will continue to push and trudge ahead? Just to keep, their businesses afloat?
They have to keep moving. They just have to strive,
Okay.
Because if bank is not giving you loan, do you understand? You can meet up with the documents requested from the bank. And you're going to tell me that you want to sit down and not doing anything.
Right.
You have to make ends meet. You have to, your children is there, you have to pay their school fees. If banks is not even giving you land at all, what are you going to do? Do you understand? So you have to just keep pushing and keep believing in God that one day God will do something.
God factor will always come to play.
That one day God is going to do something. And, we have to keep praying for Nigeria.
Right. So if we look at the cost of doing business itself, there's so many things that you can actually, that are entangled here. When you talk about electricity, which is, of course, the biggest challenge if there is no constant power supply. And a lot of business owners depend on power supply. So let's look at the ease of doing business.
Well, you just mentioned electricity. It actually depends on the business you're into.
Okay.
There's some businesses that you don't really need
electricity.
Okay. For my business, one of my business, I've got chains of businesses. Right. I own Diffuser Nigeria. Do you understand? And if I display my diffuser in the store, I don't need lights.
Right.
I don't need electricity to attend to my customers. They walk into the store, pick whatever they want to buy, and go.
Okay.
That's why electricity doesn't have anything to
To do with that line of business.
But there's some that you need to buy diesel. Even at my club, Tipsy, I own Club Tipsy too. You have to keep buying diesel.
Right, because you have to keep your customers.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
The AC has to be there. The drinks have to be
cold.
You know, so that's one of the major thing killing us in business.
So how draining is that when you look at...
It is draining. Look at, for example, if you have a cold, you are selling frozen food.
Right.
You need your cold room.
Right.
To what? To be cold and chill every time. If not, what you have bought that you want to sell,
It's gone.
in 5 minutes, you can lose everything.
Right.
So the electricity also is killing. But, you know, I read the day before yesterday that my president, our president, Bola Ahmed, you know, Asiwaju, is working seriously for electricity in Nigeria to be what? To be one of the best in the world.
Right.
And we pray for him to get that done for us.
Okay.
Because if that is not done, traders, not even only SMS alone, do you understand? They're going to cry.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we look at, you know, how you've expressly put this now, that depending on the kind of business you run, you might not necessarily need electricity to run certain businesses. But we do know, again, that majority of small business owners will still, one way or the other, need other support aside electricity. So how then do we ensure that the cost of doing business isn't always passed on to the customers? Because at the end of the day,
the price?
Yes, the price will always be there, and inflation is also, you know, a factor here. So you hear things like, well,
it's the dollar. It's the pound.
And then you wonder, if organizer, why are you bringing dollar factor into that? What are you buying? What forex are you using? So sometimes, is it the business owners also deliberately just want to put this on their customers, or is it just a coping mechanism?
Not all.
Not all.
Not all. In my case,
Okay.
Dollar affected my business.
Okay.
Do you understand? And you say, if I buy something for $20 with the cost of cargo, and then you don't expect me to sell it for $40. I have to make, because I'm investing with my money. And then you don't even know if the money is coming from the bank.
Okay.
If the money is coming from the bank, I'm going to calculate the interests
on that.
On that.
Right.
Do you understand? So if I say to you, you can come and buy it for $100, I don't think I've made too much profit.
But isn't that also able to reduce the number of customers that could actually come?
It depends on what you're selling.
Right. So whatever it is you're selling, if it is something that the people maybe would need at all times, they won't mind spending an extra money buying it. Are you being fair on your customers?
Well, I'm being fair because I just made a statement. In case, peradventure, the money I'm investing, I got it from the bank.
Yes. So
the bank the bank didn't even pity me by giving me 30% interest. Do you understand? So I have to make all the money on myself.
Yeah, right. But then at the end of the day, isn't that also at the detriment? Isn't that also a way to reduce the number of customers who might be coming to you in the first place?
Well, I have to keep moving.
Against all odds.
Yes, I have to keep moving because I can't close down the store. I have to keep making. If, for example, I have 100 customers in a day, and at the end of the day, I have 50 customers. It's still a past mark, but it's still affecting me. Like, you see, when I was doing clothing, you know, I used to have Simply Casuals. You know, I used to run
just a clothing. Yeah, so that it's not like we're doing too much advertorials here.
So when I can bring in 25 suitcases.
Okay.
And I sell it under 2 weeks, it's gone. I'll go back again. But when the dollar, the exchange rate dealt with us, no, I didn't even bother buying any ticket to go anywhere to go and buy.
Okay.
Because you know why? The dollar affected me.
Right. Because you were bringing in supply from other parts of the country.
From America.
Yeah, but then isn't that also a way to start looking inwards, looking at also sourcing for some of those things, perhaps maybe on
Locally.
the continent or in Nigeria?
You see our Nigeria, God will help us. We like FEC too much. When you tell them that it's locally made. You see, that's why I like to preach. Let's preach about our own thing in Nigeria.
Yeah, made in Nigeria.
Made in Nigeria. I have a goddaughter that's what she's doing right now. She makes bag. And if you see her bags, in fact, you think it's imported. You know, if government can see something like that and encourage her, the sky is our limit.
Right. So we have the capacity here.
Yeah.
And then all we just need is an enabling environment and maybe more policies, because again, you mentioned government. So I'm going to come back to issues surrounding government and policies. What are some of the policies that you think, let's leave loan now, because I know that this is one of the biggest.
Infrastructure is also
Well, so
part
when you
of
say
it.
infrastructure, what exactly are you talking
If
about?
you have a store in a place where the road is bad,
Okay.
if I go there once, you know I won't want to go back there again.
Okay.
Because how can I just want to come to you and buy just a bottle of water or
drink.
And it took me 5 hours to get there. You think I want to come back there again? I won't want to come back there again.
Okay.
I'd rather look for somewhere around, you know, can you see that vendor lost that customer? And you know how many customers
you lose that same way. So that's what you mean by if infrastructure.
If the road is not good and there's traffic, there's always traffic on that same route that you go to. I won't want to go, but why am I going to go and buy water from you and I'm in traffic for 5 hours?
Right.
So government should also help us on infrastructure.
Okay, so we've looked at access to funding, which you identified as the first problem. Now you've talked about infrastructure. I guess foreign exchange is another area.
That's what
you mentioned that earlier on, and I think there's a bit of regulation at the moment. It's getting better.
The government is trying on that. They're really trying.
So I mean,
I give it to our president.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, as a business owner, looking at that area,
we're smiling now compared to
what it was before.
What
at
it
least
was
there's
before.
a bit of stability.
It is.
In the
and it's still going to go lower.
You believe it's
I
still going to go?
believe our president is going to do it.
All right.
Yes.
So issues around taxation is also another area where some business owners, especially even with the new tax laws, where Mr. President is saying, you know what, I think small business owners shouldn't have to pay through their noses or shouldn't have to pay their taxes. So there's a turnover. If you're not making up to that, then you're not allowed to pay certain taxes. So policies like that, do you think there are also policies?
The policy, the tax policy is very good.
It's very good.
It's fantastic. Yes, it's fantastic. We must pay tax.
Okay.
I so much believe in tax. You see, most of us, we've traveled all over the world.
Right.
And we see how other countries are. They're depending on the tax they're paying.
Okay. And it's working for them.
It's working for them, so we can do the same thing. And it will work for us.
Okay.
Do you understand? You know, I've never been to any hospital in London before. I just got back from the UK. And I went to the hospital with my aunt. And I said, what? Is this an hospital? You know what my auntie said? Our tax is working. So let Nigerian tax also, let it work.
Okay. Okay. All right, let's come back to business owners themselves. And I'm glad that you are a business owner yourself and you've tried, you know, a couple of businesses. And let's look at how SMEs, owners of SMEs themselves, how also adaptive are business owners record keeping, bookkeeping, staffing, you know, declaring profit after tax.
Yeah.
Are we doing the due diligence like we should do as business owners, or we just assume that it's my money? Nobody, I mean, it's my business, it's my money.
Well,
so what are some of those things that business owners are not doing correctly?
If you're a business owner, you don't have an accountant, you don't have an auditor.
For small businesses?
An accountant, you need to have an accountant.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, you see, as a small business also, you see some business owners, like if my mom comes into my store now,
okay,
yeah, there's no family in business.
She needs
Whatever
to
I want to give you, I'll give her. But when she steps into my store, she will take her ATM. I don't collect cash in my store.
Okay, is that part of the mechanism?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't take cash. She will use her ATM, pay, and go. If I now want to take the money back,
right, it will be outside.
I give it to her.
Okay.
Now, auditing is very, very important. Very, very important. And you see some business owners, from your business, your account, yeah. You want to give me money now. I want to dash someone money. I won't take it from my business account.
Okay, you do it from maybe your personal account.
My personal account.
Right. So
when my
sorry
auditor
to cut
is
you
working,
short. So again, for business owners who are not able to separate their businesses from their personal lives, is that a great disservice to their business?
It is not.
Okay.
It is not. When you have an account, your business account must be separate.
Okay.
Your personal account separate. So if I want to give you something, I'll give it from my personal account.
Not from the business
Not
account.
because when the auditor comes, the accountant comes, there's going to be a problem to audit. Yes. There's going to be business to audit. And you see, some business owners that I have seen, and I'm not going to mention names, the way they run their business is not the right way to run business.
Okay.
Yeah. You open a business, you don't have an accountant, you don't have an auditor, you don't have a cloud. For me, I don't need to ask anyone, what have you sold in my store?
Okay.
I have an iCloud. You can see my iPad is with me always. I just open and check, what have they sold? And you see some business owners, they don't monitor their businesses. You can't have a business, even small or big. You must have a camera in your you must have in your store. Have a camera to monitor. To monitor. I accommodated someone that had issues of accommodation, you know. They kicked her out of the house. And she picked my ATM, went to all this POS, moved 500,000 naira from
your card.
From my card. How did I get to see the lady? Through my camera. Yes.
How did she have access to your PIN? Anyway?
I give everybody my PIN.
Oh, okay. As a business owner,
it's not my business account.
Your personal account.
It's my personal account.
Okay.
I don't even have an ATM for my business account.
Okay.
You need to discipline yourself.
Okay.
No ATM, my business account, just my personal account.
Right.
So that's it.
So for business owners, I mean, because again, we're talking about small businesses, because small businesses are really the ones in the realm of the SMEs. And you've talked about, no matter how small your business is, it's important you have an auditor, it's important you have an accountant. So even if you do not have them on your payroll, they can actually come in from time to time, maybe quarterly.
Quarterly, no.
And then, or maybe yearly, or
Quarterly.
maybe twice a year.
Quarterly is
depending
good.
on the kind of business.
Depending on the kind of, my audit every month.
Okay. So, but I mean, on the average, maybe you do quarterly to know where you are, to know, what you
there's some business owners, they just feel they are making money, but they are not making money. You see, when your auditor comes and said, okay, you have your profit for the year or your profit for the month, this is it. Yeah. Then you know you are making money. Okay. That's one of the reasons why they need an auditor and they need an accountant.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So, again, you've talked about the iCloud. That is part of digital tools. Yeah. But a lot of owners, even the small businesses, really do not see why they need to upgrade and start, using technology and digital marketing as a tool to sustain their businesses. How important really is it to move with time? again, for your business to be there and have a correct footing? Because again, we can sit here and speak all the English. Perhaps the woman selling pepper in the market will tell you, no, I cannot do that. It's becoming different.
Yeah, it's becoming different now.
Okay.
I see a lot of we have cow. Let's share together. Do you understand? Buy tomato. We are upgrading. We're upgrading.
Okay.
Most of this
market
women, they are upgrading now. Okay. Do you understand? Okay. So that's it. I also agree on to advertise your business. Okay. Advert has really worked for my business for like 30-something years. Okay. When I was in University of Lagos, you know, it has really worked for me. Who is this person they are talking? I don't want to mention him. Who is this person they are talking about? But when they get to the store, they say yes. Okay. You know, agba lele.
Okay. So we also have a lot of businesses that are struggling to stay afloat for different reasons. And so, what are some of the things that might have worked for you in the past that is also able to help people revive their businesses? And at what point in time can you downsize your business because you feel the storm is just so high? You need to stabilize. And how do you seek help? Because again, sometimes some people go through certain things on their own and they can't navigate it. Yeah. So how important is it to also seek help, talk to somebody when things are overwhelming for small business owners?
To make a research.
Okay.
The research is very important. And also training. It's not everything we know. You know, and I believe so much in when we go online, make a research on, for me, I always advise, what do I mean by lucrative business? Lucrative business is very, very good for us in this country.
Okay.
Yeah, business that you need, you know, it's necessity, everybody needs it. Right. You know, but some will tell you that this is what I want to do. Okay. Like oil and gas business, they cannot tell me to do it. I will never in my life.
Yes.
Just, even if the billions is here, I will, because to me, I see it as hypertension business. Do you understand? With FX business, I see it as hypertension business. So, to make a research, training, and also counseling. Okay. Yeah? A lot of people call me and say, please, how did you do it? Can we come for
some tutorial?
Some
training.
For training. I said, well, I have a foundation. Do you understand? My foundation, Bunmi Obakoya Foundation, is all about youth, women, and the old. All right. I can tell you, okay, come, I'll do it for free.
Okay, that's part of you giving back.
Giving back to the society.
All right. Let's go back to issues around the survival of MSMEs. And I know you said something earlier about making your research. Yeah. A lot of people also go into businesses because they see others going into those businesses. So how important is it really for people to choose what they have the capacity for? Some people don't have the capacity, but because others are doing it, they want to go into it. So how important is it not to just start any business because you think it's lucrative, but you know, do your due diligence, do your findings properly, and let's come back to again the God factor, because we are Nigerians and we always believe in God so much. Yeah. So how do we
even help those who help themselves. I believe in God, but I don't deceive myself. Okay. Do you understand? So if you need to be disciplined and to be focused in anything you want to do, if this is not working for me and it's working for me, and you think because it's working for me, it will work for you, you are making a very good mistake. Right. There's some people that they cannot do business in their life. All they can do is 8 to 5. Stick to it. Okay. In this whole world, not everybody can be millionaire. Right. Not everyone can be billionaire. It's not written. Okay. Do you understand? So just make your research and check yourself, can I do it? Okay. Not because
someone else is doing it.
Adiola is doing it. If because Adiola is doing it, and you want to, you put even the capital and the profit, you won't see it. Do you understand? Research is very, very important in any business you want to do.
Right.
There's some business I can never do in my life.
Okay, let's come to young people and, of course, the orientation of, doing business.
Yeah.
Especially now, with the digital tools, with the internet. There's so many businesses that are out there now that young people are also getting into. And, of course, most of these businesses fall under the SMEs because they are small businesses. Mentoring also in business is very important.
I said it earlier.
Yeah, so let's also look at how young is young when it comes to business, because I know you started
There's
really
no young.
There's no young in
at
business.
all in business. If I can start business when I was in primary 6.
What did you start with?
I was stealing my daddy's big notes. It's part of big notes.
Was that business or was that stealing?
It's not stealing. You see, my dad, I'll go to the factory, tell Kojo, give me 6. 2B. You know that those days we're using
2A,
2A, 2B, 2D for writing. 12, 6, 6, 6. I'll give it to my teacher to sell.
And what did you do with the money?
I can't take the money home. My friends are waiting for me to buy lollipop. So I buy lollipop for.
Okay, you started at 6. Even though you didn't start a proper way.
But
You started, and that probably
by
ignited.
selling.
Yes.
So that ginger me. Do you
What
understand?
was the first business that you started at what age? I mean, not from the primary.
Not from primary.
exercise
I
book,
think
yes.
at the age of 15 years old.
Okay, what did you start with?
I was selling underwear.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I
Right.
could just buy, maybe travel, holiday time, buy and
then sell.
start selling. Call my auntie, oh yeah, come and buy from
me.
me.
Right.
And then I started.
Okay. Right. So, I mean, I just wanted us to create that perspective as to there's really no young age to start.
There's no
a
young age to
business
start
as
business.
long as you have the intention,
Yes.
as long as you have the foresight, as long as you can weather the storm, and then you can just start.
Look at this lady. This lady, I can't really remember her name. She's a dancer.
Kafi?
It's not Kafi.
Okay.
She came to Nigeria recently. Cardi, something, you know.
Cardi B?
Is it Cardi? No. But you can see that lady. You can see that small girl. She has started her career.
Okay. Okay.
She dances, yeah, and she's being paid for.
Right.
So that's business also.
Okay. Let's again appeal to the consciousness of government. This morning, you mentioned the area of giving kudos to government for the tax relief, tax. You also said adequate funding will also help a lot when it comes to helping SMEs to grow, and also if government can look at the interest rates on loans. So for you, what other areas would you want government to come in to help SMEs?
To help, I want to give a practical example. Male and female. Female help more. Do we support more than men? Do you understand? If I'm in the position to help 20 people, men can say, okay, I want to help 5 people.
Okay.
So we're also appealing
Right.
to our government, Mr. President and the First Lady, that we should have more women in power.
Okay.
More women in power is very good for us.
More women in nation building. You think
Yes,
that would
more
increase the
women
number
in
of
leadership.
help?
Yes.
All right,
Because if we have more women in leadership, more women in power, do you understand? You will see that.
The impact will be measurable.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
So that's it.
All right. But for businesses this morning, that business owners this morning that are tired, the economy, they're at the verge of giving up. Businesses collapsing, struggling every day. not making enough profit. I'm sure that, you know, you have a word of advice for them this morning, as much as you say, stay there.
Well,
but as they stay there, what kind of help should they also seek as they ensure that, you know, they want their businesses to remain afloat?
Yeah, I see, the business they're doing might not be their calling. Yes. You see, make sure you know your calling in business.
Okay.
Very important. But my advice for my business owners is be focused, be disciplined, and don't give up.
And don't give up.
Don't give up.
Right.
Anything can happen. I met a lady in the University of Lagos, and I saw her fine puff, pretty lady. And I asked her, why are you doing this? She said, I got admission in University of Ilorin, but there's no funding. I said, let me have your number. Do you understand? Let me have your number. We got her number, we call her, and we've started paying her school fees.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why I mentioned that we need women in leadership and in power.
All right. Okay, we'd have to leave this conversation here this morning. I'm sure that, of course, it's been an enlightening one for our viewers this morning. Thank you so much, Dr. Bunmi Obakoya, for finding time to be with us on the program.
Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for having me.
Okay. That's the much we'll take on this side of the table this morning. We'll take a quick break. When we return, Adebimpe will be here with her Lagos conversation.